My name is Mirna Bamieh. I'm an artist from Jerusalem. I work on notions of disappearance that are related to memory, to identity, to landscapes throughout time. Since 2018, I started using food as a medium for that research. I do mostly dinner performances with Palestine Hosting Society, and I create interactive exhibitions like this one at the Sharjah Biennial. And for the exhibitions, I go deeper into notions of fermentation as a process and as a tool for reflection. My work for the Sharjah Biennial is called Sour Things, ferments, and it's an interactive installation where there are many ceramic pieces that are inspired by a text that I wrote around fermentation. They are memoir essays, and they look like the structure of the text are fermentation recipes that are shared at the end of each text. This topic relates a lot to the site where I'm showing this installation because I was given the old market of Jubail. It's an old market from the 70s that was moved to another location, but fortunately it was preserved as it is, even with the signs for the vegetables and the fruit shops. And I was given a section of that market to create my whole installation around. So the concepts and the space and even the fermentation, the processes of transformation through time really fits all together with the site where I'm working. The fact that I was given a whole section of the market really helped me to extend my installation. So I have this huge space where I can spread out, especially that I have different moments. So each shop is one moment of the fermentation process. So we have the decay shop, we have the mother shop, we have the time shop, we have the waiting shop, the whisper shop, the trace shop, and then we have the workshop or the matbakh, the kitchen, where we are now. And it's where all the fermentation for the installation will happen. As you see, there's so much produced. And throughout the duration of the biennial, we'll be using this kitchen space as a site for workshop. And we're inviting artists like Sundus Azam to create workshops around the installation and be inspired by the text, by fermentation, by the market. So it's a very alive installation. Well, we are at the very final days before the opening. And every day I wake up and I hope everything goes well, but there's always, surprises. So far, everything has been going really smooth. But then there are preoccupations that are related to the medium that I'm working with, which is fermentation. So I'm thinking more about the climate, the weather, and how the weather will be changing throughout the duration of the biennial, because it's over several months, which vegetables will endure better, especially that I have many rooms with different ferments happening. Then we have the text that we were waiting for to come out of the printing. So there are like many small details that I'm sure will all come together at the final days. And then my installation is quite interactive, so I'm thinking a lot of how to invite people to interact with the pieces, especially people that they shy away from holding art pieces. Like I have the fingers on the table, I have the traces, like the paper, the oven drawings. So I'm trying to think of how to make it more accessible to people to hold and interact with. This work had different lives over the last 2 years, actually. I had a previous installation called Bune, Pantry Space. And we have some of the pieces that I brought with me, but a lot of the ceramic pieces in this piece are pieces that I use, or ceramic pieces that I use for my dinner performances. And for the first time, I'm trying to use those artworks as display objects and not interactive objects for the dinner. It's the biggest installation that I did so far with so many different pieces, but I keep pushing the topic and my research through fermentation to to go into different ways. And I'm excited to see all those years come together in one big production.